Okay, good day, viewers. We are in the house of Mr. Collins, and we came for a very crucial topic, and we want to hear his own part of it. While we are still waiting for him in his sitting room, and okay, right, here, he's right here. Mr. Collins, you're welcome. You're welcome. God bless you, and thank you for honoring this invitation. You didn't have to keep us long. Okay, now straight to the question and straight to the reasons why we are here. Okay, there is this news that's been going around, this debates. Let me just say debate that's been going around concerning ladies that people that have looked up to be an icon or a good example to the younger ones, and suddenly you see them misbehaving. For example, what do you think about ladies that have stayed till their 30s or their 28s, and you see them getting pregnant? What they would have, the mistake they would have done when they were teenagers, and you see them doing it when they are grown. Do you think is something that you want to blame them about, or do you think is a decision of themselves, like the decision they've taken? So what do you think about this? You see, I wouldn't want anybody to blame those girls that have stayed and abstained from sex and anything that has to do with men for a very long time, and suddenly, boom, she's pregnant, and everybody will start talking. She's loosed. She has been pretending. Thought she goes to church. How come she's now pregnant without getting married? Look at, we used to use her as a leverage, as an example to other children. But look at what the shame she has caused to the family. It is not all the girls. It is not all of them that are loosed. It is not all of them that are loosed. You know, they have stayed from their teenage to their adulthood. Teenage, I mean, is this. They have stayed from 13, 14, 15. Secondary school, they were not doing anything concerning guys in secondary school. They kept to their standard, and they left university, and now they are now working. They are now 30, they are now 31, they are now 34, and boom, you see, they'll just be pregnant for a guy that is not even worth it. These things are not, we don't blame them in one way, but you still blame them. The reason why some of them have to be blamed is because they lived all their life with a principle, targeting to get married before the principle will be broken. But along the way, they thought that they are now grown to handle this thing called sex. This thing called sex is, you don't grow past it. You grow into it. You don't overgrow it. You grow into it. The time that sex is permitted for you to play with it is when you are married. If you're not married and you want to live within the principles of sex, you will fall. The Bible says, resist the devil and he will flee from you. But it says in part of sex, it said when sex comes, you yourself run away. Don't resist sex, because it is a spirit. Now, those girls that live all their teenage life and they didn't have this pregnancy thing, they didn't have anything to do with a guy and relationship and whatever, and at their age, at the time when you think they're matured, they are pregnant. What they could have done when they were younger is because they played with that thing called sex. They thought that they've arrived. They thought that nobody can talk to me anyhow. Some of them will tell you, see, I have when I was a teenager, I passed through that stage and nothing happened. Now I can handle it. That was the mistake they made. They thought they could handle that thing called sex. Don't blame those ladies that has children, and don't see them as wayward. They're not wayward. Just that they fail to understand that until you get married, don't joke with sex. Don't joke with sex. Even God said it, that you should flee away from every sexual character. So that was the reason. So you looking at me, you are a lady. You think you are too grown for you to be advised. You have stayed throughout your secondary school, throughout your teenage, and you didn't make any mistake concerning sleeping around with guys, and you think now that you are now matured, you are now 29, 28, 30, you can handle the word sex. You don't want to take any advice. Take heed lest you fall. You are only advised to play with sex when you are married, because you know when you are doing that, you are doing it for a baby. If you don't want to have unwanted pregnancy, don't go into it. It does not look at your age. It can affect anyone. Okay? So that's where I think it's wrap it up. Thank you. So that will be all for the program today, guys. You've heard it all. Ladies, please, there is no time for you to say you are matured. You've heard it. Sex is not to be grown out. It's not what you will grow out of. You will grow into it. Nobody is saying you shouldn't make friends that are male, but don't go into sex. Because if your principle is keeping away from having a baby outside marriage, outside wedlock, then you will be playing and destroying that principle if you start having sex while you're in a relationship. All right? So don't think you are too wise or you are too big to be advised about this thing called sex. Well, the only time you are free from it is when you are married. God bless you. Wait for you next time again for our next show. Bye.